Hi, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, and here we go with the second part of making up this ASG MK1 Tactical Sniper rifle. We discussed the sniper rifle in the lengths that it has on the previous video, so please go back and have a look at that. Okay, so now we're talking about, because we're on a budget, okay, we've bought this very cheap and it's quite a powerful sniper rifle for what it does. A little correction in the last video, I mentioned it had 2 gram BBs in the box. They're not, they're 0.2 gram BBs, and of course that's what I used when I was testing the chrono and also shooting at the target. It wasn't those particular BBs, but it was 0.2 gram BBs. So moving on, we're on a budget. I managed to pick up this scope, okay, it's not a branded scope in any way, shape or form, okay, for £20. Okay, I'm quite happy with it, to be honest with you, because it'll just do the job that I need it to do just now. Okay, it does have a zoom on it. I've already mounted it onto the sniper rifle and taken it off, okay, in order to show you a bit closer. I don't know if it'll let you look down there. Probably not enough light, to be honest with you. No. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you can just make out the crosshairs. Sometimes if you do them that way, they work better. Don't know why. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what do you get for your bucks? £20? Not a lot, to be honest with you. That's to move the crosshairs left and right, up and down. Okay, these mounts are 20mm mount rails. Okay, they came in a separate box. I had to put them on. Small Allen key on there. Okay, came with it. Okay, focus. Slacken that off. That allows you to focus it, and this allows you to zoom it. Get a bit closer into the targets. Okay, and it tells you on there 3 to 9 times 40. So it's not quite a powerful zoom. Okay, it's not brilliant, but it'll do for what I need. I'm working on a budget, remember, so I'm trying to keep this as inexpensive as possible. Okay, so that itself, okay, could be you finished. Okay, that's you ready to start sniping. Okay, but it's like I mentioned last time, lots of people want to do a bit of filming when they're doing their shooting. So I went out and I bought a run cam. Now I know you hear a bit of rustling, there's a reason for that, and I'll explain in a second. Okay, so I went out and I bought a run cam. Okay, not the most dearest one, not the most up-to-date one, but a very good one nevertheless. Okay, so what do you get in the box? Well, you get full instructions in Chinese as well as English. Okay, tells you what all the parts are on the run cam, the Wi-Fi LED, Wi-Fi button, the shutter button, the battery status light, and so forth and so forth. Okay, tells you when you're charging what to look out for. It takes 2 hours to charge the battery. Okay, it doesn't tell me how long the battery lasts, which I was quite astonished by, because I've had a good read of these. Tells you how to connect it to your computer. Okay, tells you how to connect it Wi-Fi to your phone if you wish. Gives you the passwords and everything that. Also tells you to go to the RunCam app site as well, so you can download that. And it also tells you here, okay, best recording distance is between 30 and 70 meters. It gives you the resolution. Its format is a 4 MP, an MP4, okay, a micro USB. It will take up to 128 gigabyte memory card. Tells you the size of battery, the voltage of the battery, the working current of the battery, and the weight of the camera without the battery. Okay, so in the box itself, what do you get? Not a lot. You get the run cam, and then there's a cable, and that's it. That's all you get. And all that basically does is fits onto a rail. Now, we're already using a rail on the sniper rifle for the sight, so how are we going to connect this? Well, that's what the rustling was. I went out and I bought this, and this is a mount that you can put onto the sniper rifle, which will allow you to put the run cam on. So I'm going to install that. Okay, it's a bit fiddly, and the reason I'm not going to do it in camera is I don't want to look completely stupid while I'm doing it. Because remember, I'm not an expert at this, okay? I'm still a novice and a beginner like a lot of people that come and watch my channels, okay? But this is something that I really wanted to do. This is something I wanted to show that you can very cheaply upgrade your sniper rifle. You can get a better sniper rifle, you can get nice sights and so forth and things like that. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this on pause 1 second and I'm just going to fit this. So there we are. That was actually quite relatively quickly, quite easy to put on, to be honest with you. So that's now our run cam. Okay, so we have that now attached. Okay, the run cam itself, okay, is very easy. The microphone's here. Okay, power there. That'll be your charge light. The battery compartment is in there. It says open. You just pull that up and there's a battery in there. Now I have fitted a 64 gigabyte Kingston card in there. Okay, see how we get on with that. And that is basically it, and that's that part ready to go. Okay, so I'll now fit that to the gun and let you have a look at that. So there we go. So that's starting to look the business. So we have our scope mounted. Now when I fitted the scope, I didn't tighten these up right away, okay? What I done was I had these quite slack, pushed the scope all the way forward, brought myself to the position that I would fire the gun in, and then push the scope back until I had the proper aperture through here to sight this up. Okay, I then took a range of 45 meters, okay, and I focused it in, then locked it off. Okay, so that's set at 45 meters for me. Okay, so that's where we are so far. Just move the box in that out of the way because it's slightly in shot here. So that's where we are so far. So gun's looking not too bad, looking quite good. And as I mentioned earlier on, there are people out there, for whatever reason, like to, when they're making videos, watch themselves, you know, look back and see what they're doing. And that's absolutely fine. If you want to do that, that's great. Now, how do you go about doing that? Now, I used cameras like these guys, and these are really quite big. And you mount them onto the camera and they're facing you. The only bad thing is they've got a back screen here which lights up. You can switch that off on some of them you can't, so it can kind of help give your position away. But that's quite a big, bulky camera, okay? So, once again, went on the internet, done a bit of shopping around, and I found this guy. Which is a fraction of the profile of that guy. Not an expensive camera at all, to be honest with you. I shopped around, and in the box it comes with several parts. The main part is your charging lead, okay, which is there. Okay, these parts aren't going to be any good to you apart from that part on there, that piece we're going to take off, because we will need that. All will become relevant in a second. Okay, so moving that out of the road. So there we are. So these cameras, the batteries last about 20-25 minutes. Okay, if you switch the screen off, you might get 35-40 minutes. Okay, so what comes with this little camera? Well, you get a manual like this, okay, in Chinese on one side and full English on the other side. And looking at this part here, it takes between 2 to 3 hours to charge up. However, because it doesn't have a screen on the back, as you connect it to your phone, or you let it record onto the memory cards, you can get up to 100 minutes. Hold on, 100 minutes? That's well over an hour. Matter of fact, that's an hour and 40 minutes, it says. So, I don't know if that's true, and the only way I'm going to discover that is actually by using it. So that's going to be the next plan. So, this gadget, what is this all about? Well, these are things that you can buy, okay, that are sort of to go with this, okay, and it's all attachments that go into that. So I've actually already had this built because, as I say, I used to use this on one of my other guns. Okay, so I've got this all built, ready to go. The only part that I'm going to be taking away is this, okay, and putting that on there and using this smaller part in here and connecting that to the camera, because it's a little bit smaller profile than that big screw, and for me that's a bit better instead of that big thing, muckle thing sticking out. Because the bad thing is, when that camera is actually on there, it actually cuts out a lot of your field of view. Okay, so somebody can actually come in this part here and you won't actually see them, as opposed to that, it's a lot smaller, and if it does hold a charge as good as it says it does, then yeah, that's going to be really, really good. Opening this part up, okay, it's a waterproof case. There's the camera there, charging port there, on button, mode button, and I've put a 32GB SD card in there already. It's a Kingston one. Okay, so I've got a 32GB card in there. Looks really good, quite happy with that. Put that back in there. And once again, you can use it Wi-Fi, or you can record onto the SD card, put the SD card in your computer and do the editing that way. Now, I'm going to mount this onto the gun, and then we'll get a final look at it, okay? So there we have it. So we have that now fitted to the gun, okay, and that's us finished. Try and get it all in. So that's us finished. So we have the camera to view back on ourselves. We have the scope and the run cam. So what else is left? Well, not a lot, to be honest with you. Not a lot. There are a couple of other things that you can do. For instance, if you're wearing a sort of cap type hat, okay, you can get things like this. This is a cap mount, and you fit that onto your cap, and then you can put your camera on there, and that can face forward, okay, so you can film, okay, things all round about you, okay. Or if you're wearing a plastic type helmet and it has a slot thing on the front, you can fit like that, and that fits into the helmet part. And indeed, if you find these cameras are really big, bulky and a bit heavy compared to that one, okay, you can do what I've done, and I bought two of these guys, and that's exactly what I intend to do. If I'm wearing a cap, I'll be wearing this. If I'm wearing my plastic helmet, I'll be wearing that. So there we go, another cheap way. And all you have to do is, when you're finished at the end of the day, is to take everything out, take all your cards out, download it into your computer and edit it, he says. Now there's a class in itself, film editing. Shall I do that? Let me know in your comments underneath if you would like to watch me edit a movie. I am, believe it or not, a qualified photographer. That is actually my trade. I'm fully qualified to HNC level. And using video and photography is actually quite, not a complex, it's not difficult, to be honest with you. Once you've done it a few times, it's quite easy. So I'll let you decide that. If you would like me to show you how to put all this together in a video, then please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on my YouTube channel, okay? And if I get enough people, yeah, want me to do it, then yeah, I will. I'm looking for at least, let me think, I've got 66 subscribers just now. At least half of you to say yes. I'm really trying to get my subscribers up to 100 for Christmas. That's my goal. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Now, the next gun that I'm going to be reviewing was an SMG. Unfortunately, it has been lost in the post by the brown van people. Okay, so it's not coming at present. And I have ordered another gun to look at today, a different gun. So I'm waiting for them to come in. And as soon as they do, then we'll have a wee look at that. All right. So thanks very much for watching. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe. Okay, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, give me a thumbs up. That'd be really nice. All right. It's been great. I've really enjoyed this little project. It has taken a bit of time to do it, and I have to tell you, this video's only taken what, about 45 minutes in total with the two of them together. However, putting it all together because of the lockdown and all the other bits and pieces, getting the parts together, and it has taken a bit longer, to be honest with you. So that's it. Now, will I give you a value on all of this? I'll tell you what, I'll leave that in the drop down. Okay, thanks very much for watching. You all take care of yourself. Bye just now.